Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another sort of facts type reaction on the US states or the US as a whole. And as you probably can tell from how the channel is at the moment, I love these sort of these videos that sort of tell facts about certain countries, and in this case, US states. I don't know, I just find it quite interesting. I hope it says 25 bizarre facts about each US state, so I'm assuming. Let's just zoom out a little bit. I'm assuming what am I just doing? But I'm assuming, what am I going to say? It's half the states, so 25 states, and then it's going to be each individual state. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's the case, but we're going to see in this video. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy. I really enjoy these types of reactions. I'm going to do part 2 straight after this one. And yeah, I do enjoy these types of videos. If you want more stuff like this, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, or just any other videos on any other countries. Just literally let me know whatever you want to see, because I just really enjoy these types of reactions. But let's get into this one. Let's check this video out. And yeah, this is a new channel to me as well, so I'm hoping to find another sort of channel that I can react to in future. But quick shout out to my Instagram and my Twitter in the description for those interested in wanting to chat to me. It's hard to because I get a lot of messages, but I do try and interact with a lot of people. The links are there. Same for my Patreon. The support on the Patreon has been ridiculous, ridiculous, and I'm so thankful for it. And for those interested, the links are there as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy that if you have joined already. But let's get into this one. Let's check this out and let's see 25 bizarre facts about each US state.
I'm here to go through every US state and provide the bizarre things about them. Of course, we only do lists of 25, so this will most certainly be a two-parter. Ready to travel coast to coast in search of weird facts? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 bizarre facts about each US state, Part 1.
This shit is loud.
25. Alabama. Senator Dixon Hall Lewis was an Alabama Democrat and the heaviest member of Congress in history, weighing in at 500 pounds.
500 pounds. How much did Oh shit, he pressed X. How much did Henry the Eighth weigh? So 500 pounds. Bro, he was bigger than Henry the Eighth. When he looks chunky, but I thought Henry the Eighth was known as but he's known as the biggest US English king, US king. But bro, wait, let's just see pound. I always do this. I know I do, but I always forget pounds to stone, because stone is what I really know. What? He's 35 stone. So how much was Henry VIII? I mean, 28. 35. Oh my god.
He served 8 consecutive terms before dying in 1848. The Senate made him a special seat, and his carriage had heavy-duty springs installed. 24. Alaska. With unusually long summer days, Alaskan farmers can grow some crazy big produce. In recent years, they've been able to produce a 35-pound broccoli, gross, a 65-pound cantaloupe.
Boy, respect broccoli, right? Broccoli is the nicest vegetable you're ever going to have.
And a 135-pound cabbage. 23. Arizona. There's a castle built in Arizona near Phoenix by a man named John Gully. What's perplexing about this castle is that he built the entire thing by himself over the span of 15 years.
Oh
Moreover, he abandoned his wife and daughter to do it, and no one knows why. Later, after his death, his wife and daughter were contacted by his lawyer saying they now owned the castle. 22.
And that's how they found out. That is crazy.
Arkansas. On the last day of 2010, 1,000 blackbirds fell out of the sky, dead in Beebe, Arkansas. Authorities had their theories of why it happened, from high winds to stress-related trauma, but couldn't figure out anything conclusive. 21. California.
What the hell?
In 1859, San Francisco was home to the first emperor of the United States, Joshua Norton I, or so he claimed in the Bolton newspaper. The editors published it as a joke. Still, he paraded around the city pretending to be the emperor, and many began to play along, giving him free meals at restaurants and listening to his comical proclamations. He even made his own currency. 20. Colorado. Denver International Airport had a 32-foot blue Mustang sculpture installed in 2008. Officially, its name is Blue Mustang, but locals have another name for him, Blucifer. Why? Well, first off, it killed its sculptor, Luis Jimenez, after part of it fell off and severed his artery. With its glowing red eyes and fierce demeanor, many believe it's demon-possessed. 19. Connecticut. Once belonging to pioneering neurosurgeon Harvey Cushing, 550 human brains inside of jars were passed on and given to Yale University. A custom-built room in their medical library was made to house the brains. 18. Delaware. A Delaware man's dying wish was for $10,000 to be dropped over the town of Lewis, Delaware from a helicopter. And a year after his death, they made it happen.
What?
The money was made up of denominations of $5, $10, $20, and $50. It literally rained money that.
That's something that Mr. Beast would do, but that's wild. That's like your dream when you die. But I mean, fair enough. I guess it was to like give other people money and just to make people have joy or something, but that's kind of wild. That must have been crazy for the people that are just seeing money just randomly rain from the sky. But that's something that Mr. Beast, you just know he would do. That he's going to do something like that. But instead of 10,000, it's going to be like 10 million or something. Because you just know what he does.
17. Florida. Oh, Florida. We all know you're full of weird and crazy things.
I actually want to show you something. I saw something that was shown on my Instagram. Hopefully this doesn't show me anything that's weird. Someone showed me a video of a crocodile in Florida. And mate, it is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. This one is big, yeah, but look at the next one after this.
This guy out for a stroll.
Bro, that's something from like that you can tell this isn't from current day. This is like a prehistoric sort of animal, monster kind of thing. But this one is fucked.
Holy.
Bro, imagine going to play golf and you just see this walking across like the field, bro. What? Or the course. Like what? I can't imagine what would be running through your head. This is literally a dinosaur. This one's scary, man. This one's just funny. The US be different, man, but Florida, that just reminded me of that. It's just wild.
In this case, Republican Rich Workman tried to have a 1989 law banning dwarf tossing in bars repealed, saying it limited employment options for little people. 16. Georgia. On New Year's Eve, roughly 4,000 Georgians head out to Tallapoosa.
That reminds me of the Wolf of Wall Street right at the start, where they just throw the dwarf into like the bullseye
to play
target.
games, listen to music, eat food, and watch a taxidermed possum named Spencer drop from a building as a countdown for the new year. This possum drop tradition was started in 2000 and has since blown up to be a huge event. Take that, New York. 15.
That's wild.
Hawaii. Though the United States was born out of rebelling against the English monarch King George III, leaving a lasting culture against monarchies, Hawaii is the only state in the Union to have a holiday celebrating a monarch, King Kamehameha.
Oh, wow.
14.
That's kinda
Idaho.
crazy.
No one really knows where the word Idaho comes from. Before it was a state, it was called the Colorado Territory. Politician George M. Willing put forth the name Idaho, saying it was a Native American word for gem of the mountains. He admitted later that he made the whole thing up. Because of that, Congress initially shot the name down, but later it became so popular with the locals, they decided to officially name it Idaho in 1863.
Oh, wow. That's kind of
13.
crazy.
Illinois. In Chicago, Hull House has long been rumored to be haunted. But things took a turn toward the bizarre in 1913 when word spread about the devil baby living there. Locals from far and wide grew fascinated with this story of a baby that spoke all sorts of profanities and had cloven hooves for feet. 12. Indiana. In Kokomo, Indiana, some residents have complained about a strange noise that gives them headaches. Reports began in 1999 and described it as a low, persistent grumble that would only go away if you left town. Others had more extreme symptoms, like diarrhea and nosebleeds. Of the 45,000 residents, only a handful of residents have been hearers to the hum, and scientists say they aren't imagining it. 11.
What the
Iowa.
hell? That is kind of weird.
In Riverside, Iowa, there's a
That's so like sketchy and just strange, bro. Imagine that like a select few people have it, but scientists or whoever say it's actually like they are actually hearing it. That is
Monument
weird.
that reads, Future Birthplace of James T. Kirk, March 22nd, 2228. When local Trekkie Steve Miller read Making of Star Trek in 1968, it said Kirk would be born in a small town in Iowa, but didn't specify which one. Like a boss, Miller proposed making Riverside the town at a council meeting. His motion passed unanimously. Since then, the town radically became Star Trek themed, and in 2009, it was recognized as Kirk's birthplace in the Star Trek remake film starring Chris Pine. 10. Kansas. In this state, on Highway K96 between the Bentley and Mays Road exit right outside Wichita, stands a tall tree considered a monument by locals. If you honk at it, you'll be granted good luck, or so they say. Locals love the tree so much that when it was threatened to be torn down in the 90s, they banded together to save it and won the fight. 9. Kentucky. We all know about rainbows, but an even more rare phenomenon is a moonbow. During full moons on clear nights, you can see the moonbow at Cumberland Falls on the Cumberland River near Corbin.
What?
8.
How?
Louisiana.
Is that even possible?
A Louisiana burial ground, famous for being home to psychic Marie Laveau, also has another bizarre tomb built by Nicolas Cage himself. Built in the shape of a pyramid, this white tomb has the inscription Omni ab uno, which is Latin for everything from one. No one knows why Cage built the tomb, other than assuming that's where he wants to be buried when he dies. 7.
So he's still alive? Wait.
Bizarre tomb built by Nicolas Cage himself.
Oh,
Cage
Nicolas
built the tomb,
what?
other than assuming that's where he wants to be buried when he dies.
What the hell?
7. Maine.
Building a tomb before you die, building your gravestone before you die, that's kind of dark, isn't it? He's not that old, is he? Wait, Nicolas Cage, he's the guy that I'm thinking of. I'm not great with like my actors and directors and stuff, but... Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, but he's only 57. What the hell? I mean, you do you, innit? But what the hell? Doing that before you pass is kind of wild.
In the 80s, Christopher Knight drove away from home into the wilderness and never looked back. For 27 years, he lived a solitary life in the woods, surviving mostly by stealing things from local cabins nearby.
What the hell?
He built an entire campsite and never once purchased anything or spoke to anyone during that time. After years of larceny, he was finally caught and arrested in 2013. 6.
What?
Maryland. The first Ouija board was created in an apartment building that now stands as a 7-Eleven. Elijah Bond and Helen Peters created the board, and even asked it what it wanted to be called. Bond grew such a close relationship with the board, his tombstone was made into one. 5. Massachusetts.
Cool,
In Gloucester, locals grease up a 200-foot horizontal pole extending from a pier with all kinds of slippery things, like banana peels, axle grease, and Tabasco sauce, among other things, all in honor of St. Peter. The pole is roughly 25 feet above the ocean, and contestants try to walk across it to reach an Italian flag at the end. 4. Michigan.
What the hell?
It was 1983 in Detroit, and juvenile delinquency was rampant on the eve of Halloween, causing 650 major fires in the area. This led to naming the night before Halloween Devil's Night. Things reached a fever pitch in 1984 when firefighters had to put out 810 fires, and officials sounded the alarm to clamp down on the practice. Since then, government officials created Angel's Night, with concerned Detroit residents patrolling neighborhoods together to staunch out the problem. 3. Minnesota.
Jeez.
In the small town of Dorset, Minnesota, 22 residents casted their ballots and elected a 3-year-old boy named James Tufts as their mayor. Tufts' philosophy on leadership boiled down
Is
to
that actually like
being
legal?
nice
Like, say he was voted, would he actually be able to be like? Would he actually be able to do that, or is that just sort of like a joke thing? Like, would it actually be possible for him to well, I guess he was running for it, but that's just crazy.
and no poopy talk. 2. Mississippi. It was 1942, and residents of Pascagoula not only had to worry about their boys fighting in World War II, but also a strange and eerie figure stalking the streets known as the Phantom Barber. As their population soared due to war material manufacturing, a mysterious figure broke into people's homes and cut pieces of their hair as they slept. 1. Missouri.
What?
During
Bro, imagine just waking up and you just wake up and someone's just cutting your hair. They're not even trying to kill you. They're just cutting your hair off. Just, what would you even do?
The Great Flood of 19...
That would be so weird. I mean, I know what I'd do. I'd probably kick him in the face and just... I don't know, actually. I don't even know what I'd do. Just run away because I'm just not trying to associate with someone trying to cut my hair. Because he catches you in that position and you wake up, he's probably going to try and kill you. Like, what?
1993, 24-year-old James Scott
People are
purposely
crazy.
removed several sandbags from a levee, causing 14,000 acres of flooding and destroying many buildings in West Quincy. Why did he do it? He wanted to strand his wife on the Missouri side of the border so he could stay in Illinois and party with his friends. Scott was convicted and received the maximum penalty of life in prison.
Fuck.
So, what are some bizarre facts from your hometown? Let us know in the comments below, or
kinda
tweet your answer to us.
I've
at
really enjoyed this
Mr.
though. Part 2 is going to be done. I'm going to do it straight after. Just got to do a few things and I'm going to post it tomorrow. But this was really interesting, man. I love these factual sort of videos so much. I don't know why, I just find them so interesting, man. Arizona, the reason he left was because he contracted TB. He didn't want to be contagious to his family. The reason for the castle was that he always told his daughter he would build her a castle one day and he fulfilled her wish before his death. Is that actually true? That's crazy. That's like a sort of light end to the dark story, isn't it? Would have been cooler to do the states in order of creation instead of alphabetical order. I mean, it doesn't actually matter, does it, to be honest? Be Nice and No Poopy Talk sounds like a great political platform. Who wouldn't want to see Be Nice and No Poopy Talks in public? In politics, these are not 25 facts about each state. This is one for each. I was kind of confused, but I still enjoyed the video. 25 facts about each state implies that a list of 1,250 strange facts. Why do you show the pic of the tree in Kansas? Okay, this is going to take forever to get to my state. But I enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys did as well again. Let me know some more reactions like this you want to see. I love doing these random fact videos. I don't know how many more there is. There's only going to be a certain amount before I can't do any more. Maybe I'm going to do some urban legend type reactions. They could be quite fun. But I don't know. Let me know some more reactions. And until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.